And I think we are live. And welcome, folks, to episode 106 of the What's Cookin podcast. You're joined by me, Yano, Gnarly Charlie G. And it's a bit nippy today, so we've got our coats on in the cold weather.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's no rules, is the gang? Like, what's the point in taking a coat off? It's nice and warm. And we are, by the looks of things, we are in a very cold place. If anyone can let us know in the chat what it is, you'll get absolutely nothing, but you'll get the validation from us of being a Ming. But there's nothing wrong with being a Ming, is there? Because that's why we've put it in the background. But what's going on, everyone? We have got an absolute jam-packed episode for you. It's going to be hilarious. We've got loads of news stories. It's not like lockdown 1. Remember that time ages ago when there was actually nothing going on in the world. No, there was nothing going on in the world. Do you get what I mean? As in,
shut down.
So it was. But now it's obviously not like that. Stuff still goes on in the world. But yeah, there has been a lot of shit that's gone on. Shit.
That's the thing, because we do one every 2 weeks. Sometimes the lines get blurred of when did things actually happen, but
yeah.
A lot more happens in 2 weeks than it does in a week.
No, I know. Don't get me wrong, we could do them weekly, but I think it's more beneficial we do them 2 weeks because then it becomes more of
There's more to talk about.
Yeah. Instead of just in what's been happening weekly when you're stretching for things. Yeah. At least we've got a good
Scraping
episode.
The battle. Speaking of scraping the battle.
Shut up. But yeah, Yano sent out a nice little poll just before the podcast started.
Love the polls.
But I'm going to put it to you that you're going to vote for the rifle winner, not in the phony polls that Yano's currently leading in. He said
Yano won in?
Not won. We'll let it go after the podcast. That's out. It's out for 24 hours, is it not?
I changed it to 2 hours.
Did you seriously? Yeah. That is
because I won.
Scandalous.
I fudged the numbers.
This is what I'm trying to say. Phony polls. People could have been sending in their vote after this.
You bastards.
It's not. This
isn't a democracy. This is a dictatorship.
The poll was to see who's going to be starting centre back for Liverpool next. Funny joke. But we've had this discussion because it seems like deja vu, doesn't it, Liverpool fans?
Literally, I've put it in the bio. We're talking about Liverpool's injuries again.
We just have to make it short and sweet. It's a conversation, do you get what I mean? But yeah, Joe Gomez is injured. Liverpool are obviously in a big, massive crisis at the moment of Virgil being out, Joe Gomez, Trent, Fabinho should be coming back, but still injured. Thiago's injured. Matip has got Rice Krispie legs, so it's just how long he holds out for. So we've got Nat Phillips and Reece Williams to play.
Yous have got to win the league. Yous have got to win the league with a centre-back pair, and if all goes well, if everything goes to plan, of Fabinho and Joe Matip, neither of which can be relied on.
Right, listen. We've had this. Do you think, I know it's mad what's gone on, this is the thing, I had this conversation with my dad, we've been unbelievably lucky the seasons before. It's like buses, but they all come at once.
This is what I said to you.
No, I know, if one big injury happens, I get it, but the big injury did happen, and we're still rolling with the punches, do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not saying that the injury is going to take you out the title race. That's not what I'm saying. But what it will do is make it a lot harder now.
Right, I understand.
I'm not saying it's as in, injury crisis, Liverpool could drop out the top 4, none of that shit. I'm just saying
but this is the thing, everyone's hopes, who's not a Liverpool fan, is these might not win the league this year.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'll be made up.
It's unbelievably sad.
Shut up, lads.
It's unbelievably sad.
When you were shit, did you ever want us to win the league?
I could not give a fuck.
Arsenal
do.
That's now, because you're good now. You don't have to worry about other teams, but you know full well that when Liverpool was shit, lads, when you were shit and Roy Hodgson was your manager, you didn't want no one to win none.
When it was that bad, lad, Liverpool fans were still delusional in the fact that we used to think we could get top 4 and not win the league. Whoever won the league was just irrelevant to us. We had to sort our own problems out. The only people who you didn't want it to win was United, because they're sneaking up on your fucking your league titles, and then Chelsea, because obviously they just bought into it at that time. I'm being deadly serious. If Arsenal won the league in them years, Liverpool fans would not be bothered.
It's different for me though, because I've grew up around Liverpool.
That's your own fault.
Yeah, I know it is, but I'm shaped by my environment, and I've been shaped to hate yous, and I do.
It's unbelievably sad.
It's not sad. It's not sad.
You've got to recognise.
At the end of the day, I don't actually care that much, because my team's not even there, so
I know
it's an irrelevant opinion.
But you know what's funny about it all as well? It's like it is like took 30 years to finally get over the line, but all the other rival teams have actually got to sit there and look at Liverpool and go, wow, they're the best team in the world.
Arguably, yeah.
You know. And
Bayern Munich.
Like, the thing is,
Bayern Munich. And you can say you beat them, but it's a different team with a different manager. But it's not. It is. It's a different team with a different manager. You're talking.
You just want to say Bayern Munich. No. You just don't want to admit it's Liverpool.
Lad.
You don't watch Bayern Munich like you watch Liverpool, because you watch all Liverpool's matches.
I obviously watch the Prem well more, but I watched them in the Champions League, which they won.
Right, I understand that, but even so, when we won the Champions League,
you were the best team in the world.
It's easy to go back in hindsight because
then you went into that season where you won the league. That's what it was. That run from the January until January that year, yous were easy the best team in the world, and yous might still be now. But what I'm saying is, you can't write Bayern Munich off like.
I'm not saying
they're not. We're better than them.
It is funny when you look at the list of teams they've beat and been beat by, and they've beat every single English opposition, and then they didn't beat us.
Yeah,
and
I know.
We beat them.
But that was when you played them, was 2 seasons ago, when they had a different manager and different players.
Who were the different players?
I couldn't name them.
Because I
couldn't even name them. But they obviously have. Do you think Bayern Munich haven't bought players in the last 2 years?
I'm not saying they haven't bought players, but you're arguing that they're the best team in the world, and then
they just won the Champions League.
Oh my God, we're going in circles.
No,
but
because
just to go back
you're unwilling to admit, lad,
that we're not the best team in the world.
You're unwilling to even consider that there's an argument that you aren't, and for that reason alone is why people hate Liverpool fans.
I don't care.
That's the exact
we
reason.
Deserve to have this moment in the sun to look down at everyone and go, fuck you.
But you have also got to be smart enough to recognise when there's a team who are on the level, and Bayern Munich are on the level, and I think that you'd be mad if you think that if Atletico Madrid can beat you think that Bayern Munich
that was a fucking
pasting. That's what it was, a pasting.
We were winning.
Lad, they whipped yous, they played yous to perfection. They did. They caught yous.
Corona put us off. That we knew it was going to be the last game.
No, that's what they do, and you just fell for it.
Nah, we won't speak about that.
Yeah, Arsenal are going to win the league.
You said the league was going to be open this year.
It will.
I know. But not for your team.
Oh no, I know we're not in the title race. Like, come on. I know we're not in the title race, obviously. I never once even considered the idea that we could even challenge for the league. I just think the gap between the top 4 will be smaller, points-wise. I don't mean as in we'll be in the title race. We'll only ever be in the race for the top 4.
And you mightn't even be in that.
We'll sort it out, lad. I've got faith. All that's missing at the moment, it sounds stupid, but it's the most important thing. We're just not
goals.
We're not putting the chances away, and we've got the players to do it.
Well, evidently you haven't.
We have though. Once it clicks, lads, that we just need it to click. And once it clicks, we'll be gravy. I have faith, lads. I have the utmost faith in Arteta.
I think I might have had a come to Jesus moment of like, I actually bought into your Arsenal hype, and then now they've made me realise, wow.
No.
Wow.
No, lad. Not
Yeah.
at all. Not
Lad.
at all.
Ole's proper under scrutiny, and like at the moment, as in like where they are in the league. And your argument for me the other day was like it's early doors, and I understand it's early doors. Use it in the same boat.
Lad, he's been their manager for 2 full seasons, and Arteta hasn't even been a manager for a year yet.
It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, it does.
You might have.
It obviously does make a difference.
You've just said you've got the players.
We have. To challenge for the top 4 in this Premier League season, we haven't got the players. Do you honestly think that?
Aubameyang's your best player by a mile.
So what?
And he's not
So
doing
what?
the business.
Yeah, but he will do the business. Do you honestly think that he's now all of a sudden just not going to be the best striker in the league anymore?
Well, soon
Because
as,
that's what he was, and that's what he still
and
is.
then after he's pretty much done an Ozil of
No.
signing the contract.
No, you just on the wind up. You're not even coming at me with facts here.
Is that not facts?
No.
How many goals has he scored since he signed that contract?
1. But
Facts.
lad, it's been 4 games, lad.
It has not been 4 games since he signed that contract.
There's only been 8 games
I
played
know.
this season.
But there weren't 4 games before he signed.
Premier League games, probably. He doesn't
Come on.
play in the Europa League. He
Why?
comes off the bench if we're getting beat, just to make sure we win, because it's crap, lad. He
I
doesn't
know.
need to play. It's crap. And I can't wait for nothing more than to never have to hear that shit fucking Europa League music again.
They are the dark ages,
It's
by the way.
horrible. Yeah, lad, I know. I'm in them. I'm living through the plague right now.
I remember when you said we won't do a Liverpool. You could only hope you do a Liverpool.
Yeah, no. Liverpool.
Just get the best manager in the world to come round and turn it round.
He weren't
Can
at the time,
Arteta
though.
do it?
He weren't.
Jet black hair, is he
I
good
think
enough?
he can do it.
But
I think he can do it.
I think that's enough for football. We've wound each other up. No.
That's enough of the podcast.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, be fisticuffs after this. But yeah, everyone let us know your fucking lockdown 2 stories, what's going on at the moment, because it is, in comparison from the last time, it's a bit of a, I wouldn't say a shit show, but it's just funny because it's like, as we started with it, everyone like was locked down and shut down and you couldn't do nothing. So now with this second one, everything's still happening in a certain aspect.
Yeah, like, I don't feel like
Do you
I'm
know-
stuck in my house again.
No.
No. Like, I've got 2 days left in work, and then I'm off for 2 weeks, and I can't fucking wait to just sit off on my Xbox, my new Xbox,
Series X, sponsored by What's
and
Cooking.
get killed on COD all the time. Nah, I'm not that bad at multiplayer. I'm a lot better at multiplayer than I am at Warzone for some reason. Don't know why. My KD on multiplayer is 0.8, which is respectable for me.
Right, for you, that's the caveat with the asterisks.
I just want to get to 1. The only reason I never got to 1 is because everyone stopped playing multiplayer and started playing Warzone.
Right, listen.
I'd have got to 1 KD otherwise.
Okay.
So I'll do it on this one. Deal? Should we
No,
move
I'm
ahead
just
on
thinking,
camera?
I'm having like fucking
Flashbacks.
flashbacks of you saying to me that you don't make excuses. Your excuse then is for other people
I
playing
said-
other games. So you didn't go on multiplayer.
No.
Lad, you can
Shut
go and
up.
play
Shut up.
multiplayer
I
whenever the
said-
fuck you want.
I said that I don't make excuses for football. That's well different. I do make excuses for games. I make excuses for my whole life, just not when Arsenal are shit.
Can someone go back to the conversation that we had before and do a little ding in what you think is an excuse of what he's
Shut
saying? But yeah,
You stink.
0. Shut up. 0.8 is like decent for you. I'll admit with
Yeah, I
that.
know.
But I think you're gonna struggle with this new one.
We'll see. Because if people play multiplayer, then I'll play it.
Well,
Because
this is
I
how they've
won't
got.
go on it on my own.
This is why I'm trying to tell you to actually get COD. By the way,
I will get it,
No.
just not when it comes out.
No, this is why I'm trying to say to you, because fucking this first month is only going to be when people play multiplayer because Warzone's update in December.
Is it a new map?
Yeah, well, it'll be something new anyway, but and that comes out in
I'm
December.
shit at it though.
Yeah, but you're only going to get better if you play it, and you never, ever play it.
How long
I
have
know.
we been saying that?
Right, listen. I know
Do you
you're
how hard
bad,
it is
but
to
you just
play a
need to
game
play it.
that you don't enjoy that?
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is?
Yeah, I do.
It's horrible. It's horrible to have to sit there and just endure getting kills all the time.
Yeah, but you've defo had a fucking fury when you've played it and being like, oh my god, like you get the rush of when your squad wipes
But then
someone.
you go off it and you lose it all.
No, but this is what I'm trying to say to you. Don't go off it. Just keep on playing it. You'd only get better if you keep on playing it. That you just literally go on for 3 games once every fucking
Blue moon.
4 weeks, if
I
that,
never go on.
and then go, oh, I'm never playing this again. I'm like, you, but you say this every time. When the new COD comes out, lads, I'll smash it. It'll be good. I'll be good at this.
Because you convinced me that I will, but now I've started to trust me. That's why I haven't bought UFC, because I knew I wouldn't play it.
Oh my god. I listened to you talk about you downloading Red Dead Redemption
And I
2
haven't
yesterday,
played it.
and you literally put about 20 minutes in it.
Not even. Nah, it's more than that, but in story mode,
No, that's what I'm
story-wise,
trying to tell
I'm
you.
not even
So
scratch this. I know, but I know that.
we'll
But
leave that.
that's what I mean. I'm not kidding myself anymore.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you, why did you buy that new Xbox Series X?
Because I'd never got a new Xbox. I still had the old original Xbox One, which I'd had for 3 years. And I thought, if I'm going to update my Xbox, I may as well do it now. Because this is going to be like the next one for like the next 5 years. Like, they'll bring out upgraded versions of it.
Like,
but-
say 7 years.
So because it was a new model rather than the S or the same one but a slightly better one, I just thought I'll just do it when the new one comes out and just get the new one.
What games are you going to take advantage of with your brand new Series X?
FIFA. That's all.
The one game that
no difference.
that literally doesn't require anything to be better than
Nah,
you're not getting beat on FIFA because someone's got better, like for instance, because they're on a PC.
No.
This is what I'm trying to tell
Not
you.
at all. It's just the game's the game.
Yeah, exactly. So,
But it's my favourite game. It always will be my favourite game.
I
It
don't
holds a
understand.
place in my heart.
It makes you feel awful.
You go through spells with it.
There's no game like it. Like it actually, you think it, and it's a proper waste of
It
money.
is horrible. Yeah, no, but it's not because I haven't spent no money on it
I
this
know,
year,
but they-
and I think that's why I've enjoyed it so much.
Ah, look how good
Because
I
it's hard grind to you're just being a fucking minge bag with your dollar and won't buy a sick team even
It's
though you've
not
got the
even-
money.
Yeah, but there's no fun in it. I'll go on it, and then after I've bought a good team, and then don't play it, and then go, oh, all that hard work
Why don't you play it though?
gone. For the fucking same reason you just said about, I'm good at FIFA.
I know
It's
you
not.
are.
It's not about going on and getting pounds. It's like foot champs is soul destroying. As in, like you play good on it, but the games you get beat on it is just like
Yeah,
it's
but it comes with the territory of the game. You've got to take the rough with the smooth, lad.
FIFA's the best game ever when it first comes out for the first like 2-3 weeks, and then
Throw
right,
Pussy,
oh, it is like literally. And then when they bring all the new cards out and people start finding out what the cards are, you come up against the same team
Yeah, no, I know.
every single game.
Once you get past like Christmas,
It's at this point now.
you sporadically go on it. Like I'll still go on it in spells, but I won't hammer it like I have the first 3 months that it's out. But who knows? I might play more games this time. You never know.
Hopefully you do.
Now I've got the new Xbox, I might feel obliged.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell
play
you. You
more
got
games
fucking
on it.
a serious piece of kit there. You can proper go on and be like, I've got a competitive edge here. It is night and day. So this is the like little segment of next generation console of if you should buy it, because like now that we've had it for a good couple of days, it's like it's like a brand new toy. It's fucking boss getting it out, but you've got to realise you can only play all the old stuff that you've got. Granted, that COD comes out tomorrow or today if you're in New Zealand, mate.
Crying.
No, that's what I was doing before on stream. Shout out to the people who watched it. But yeah, so if you want to get a next gen, yeah, it's fucking well better. Like, as in, if you play the games where it makes a difference. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you now about FIFA not needing a difference. But then if you play Warzone all the time on your Xbox One, that's what we were both playing on, then you get this new one. You can tell the difference in the way you move, everything, how it's loaded in. There's no more jumping into a map and stuff still loading in. No. Like, it looks and feels. You press the
on button and it's...
Yeah, no, it just feels the shit. It's boss. But it's like, if you're not asked about stuff like that, you can definitely wait. Do you get what I mean? Because all the same games are only coming out. It's not like the previous gens that they've done, you know, like when you're getting them, they just like fuck off the other one and then stop it. Yeah. So it's like everything's like...
It's transferred.
Yeah, any game you're going to get, it's going to work on both. Do you get what I mean? It just plays well better on one of them. Yeah, it's just got loads of fun little features. Quick resume, it's fucking sick. One of the best ones. Any game you're going to go on, you can load up in an instant where you left off. So Xbox, where are you? You need to come in and sponsor me.
It's annoying on FIFA though, because it signs you out the same.
Yeah, no, that's why you shouldn't play FIFA. Just put the pad down, man.
No.
And I want you to go on COD and just fucking start again fresh, and there's no excuses.
I'll do the campaign.
It's on camera. I can't wait for someone to go down your profile in a year's time and see like one achievement for doing the first mission. But yeah, loads of stuff has been going on in the news world. But I feel like if you've made it this far, you've unlocked an achievement in What's Cooking history, because you're about to find out the funniest story of your entire life. So, I don't even know where to start. Little old me the other day, just sitting off chilling in ours, playing on my Xbox. And like every now and again when I'm like putting shit on Instagram, if I'm putting funny stuff on, like Joe, like when people react to your stories and stuff like that, so you get like, it comes through as a message, and like sometimes people will message you about the funny stuff you've got going on. So then when you're sitting off and whatever, you're like, oh yeah, something's popped off, hilarious, yeah, popping. I'm just chilling, playing my Xbox, and I look at my phone. No, actually, I'm sitting there with my bird, and I get a bit spooked because I go on my phone. Don't worry, people. I'm not going to be naming and shaming people. You know who you are. You know what you've done. I'm sitting off chilling with my bird, and I look at my phone. I've got a message request on Instagram, and the only ever time shit like that happens is when you're getting like fucking porn accounts on you and stuff, and it's like, hey, want to see my nudes, blah blah blah, and you're just like, okay, that's not a message request. But when I looked at this message request, I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is like a sort of it's like a black name, not a black name, but like it's Joe, the way like people now have like
initials
and shit, yeah, like stupid shit like that. So I'm like, that looks like a normal one, and in the message request at the top, like the preview message that you see, it said like Charlie, and like someone had texted it to me. So I was sat there like, what the fuck? Here with me parent, can't like be like, what the fuck? 'Cause like someone's messaging me on Instagram, she'll be fucking sussy, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I'll just get the proper account of what actually happened, so I'm not paraphrasing.
Word by word, blow by blow.
Don't worry. I'm not going to grash it up, whoever you are. How do I go? Okay. There we go. Fucking hell, goes far back. Yeah, so in this message request, it says, can I ask you a question, Charlie? And it'll have... and you have to promise not to tell anyone, and we'll stay sound after it. So I'm obviously sat there like...
Straight away, that's just like... intriguing. Like, you've got to ask. Yeah, go ahead.
Right, so I'm sat there and received that message, and I'm freaked out at this point because I'm like, I don't even know who the fuck this is because I don't follow them. And I click on the profile and I see a handful of people following them, and I'm like, this isn't a fucking black account. This is in like people, mutual followers, not only a handful.
People you know.
Yeah. So I was sat there like, this isn't a black account, and then I'm like, who the fuck's this? And then I have a little zoom in and I'm like, what the fuck? This is a bit mad. So I reply, go on bro, what's up? Do you like foot massages? So at this point, I'm like fucking freaked the fuck out. But I'm like him. Because I'm like, seriously people, what the fuck? This is every girl's wet dream on Twitter. And I'm fucking sat there like, is this actually really happening? Like, this cannot be fucking happening. So I just, at this point, I'm thinking to myself, I need to get to the bottom of this. But like,
you were too nice to say, what the fuck are you on about, you weirdo?
That's why I'm like the world's worst person. Like, and we'll establish this, but don't worry whoever this person is. I'm not going to name and shame you. You're safe
with us.
But I'll tell you what you need to do at the end of when I'm just going to carry on reading what happens. So after said person says, do you like foot massages? I say, yeah man, why? Would you let me massage your feet?
Dun, dun, dun.
So I reply, lockdown at the minute, isn't it, bro?
You know what that reminds me of?
I'm only here for a day.
Yeah, as soon as I seen it, I was like, that's like that all over again. Completely irrelevant excuse.
How do we get out of this?
That's the best one. There literally is carbon copy. You just flustered trying to make us something to say. Oh.
So I know ATM, but would you let me? Would you let me sometime? So I'm just still sat here like,
this is the point where you had to eat.
No. Yeah, it was.
Commit. And go the whole 9
No.
yards.
So at this current moment when it was like this at the top part, I was like, oh my god, like this is hilarious. And I was like thinking, I wouldn't actually go through with it, obviously, but I'm like, imagine they give me money to take pictures of me feet.
I'd do that.
Lad.
No one wants to see my feet, but I'd do
lad,
it.
Would you let me sometime? Are you qualified? These size 10s come at a hefty price. Ha ha ha, nah, but I'm good, so will you let me sometime? So at this point now, that's why I'm like, alright, no, it's just fucking...
He's being serious.
Why? Why me? I'm just asking you. You won't tell anyone, will you, bro? Why are you just asking me, though? I just wanted to see if you like them. Yeah, I do. So would you let me sometime? I charge. Why? You'd enjoy it. You're not taking the piss out of me, are you? Are we sound?
No, of course not.
So then at this point I say, how do I know this is you? Because I'm sat here with me bed, like... I'm sat here with my bird when this is unfolding. I'm like, she's saying to me, what if he's been dead or something? And I'm like,
what if it's his mates on his account? That's
no,
what I'd think, the first
exactly.
thing I'd
But
think.
I'm like, still at that point, I'm like, that's just still random to message me. So I'm like saying shit like that because I'm like, this is fucking... Whatever they do now indicates who it is. And I'm thinking to myself, you can't be getting dared because I was the dare fucking messaging me asking if they can give me a photo. I'm like, that's a bit of fucking the joke's still on you. So at this point, they send me a picture of themselves. So that at that point, I'm like, oh my God, this is nuts. So he says, that's how, but promise me you're not taking the piss. Do you believe me, Charlie? Why are you blanking me? You won't tell anyone, will you, please, Charlie? And I know at this point you're probably like that. When you read it, sounds our ass. But don't get me wrong, I'll get to me point. Listen, I know, but when I'm fucking reading this makes me feel guilty. Because I'm telling the fucking funniest story. I know, just listen. So that at this point, that's when I've completely just went like, I've knocked it on the head. And I'm just like, I give them a big massive paragraph to just be like, stop what you're doing, stop it. Because like my whole reasoning is of like, I'm not going to dox the person, not going to give them any leads, but it's like someone who I knew, but knew, that's the like,
Knew.
Yeah,
You used to know.
Like not even in a sense of like anything about them, it's
But
just
you knew
like,
he was.
yeah, a face you'd seen. Don't get me wrong, I'm not that type of person. I know what my problem is in that sense of
A ghost of the past.
like I had like some nasty mates, but I wouldn't be that nasty. Do you get what I mean? I know some people say that what I'm doing is nasty, but I mean in the sense of like, we get along. It's not like a fucking, you have to be a dickhead. Do you get what I mean? It's like, I'm taking the piss out of you, but in a funny way. Do you get what I mean?
You're within your rights.
I know. Don't get me wrong.
For something like
listen,
this.
I know. So I just like basically say to them, pack it in, because like it's fucking, yeah, it's the weirdest thing ever. And I'm sat there thinking, it's so random, and like, how long have they been fucking sat there waiting to message me?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, because at this fucking moment in time, it doesn't look like they're fucking messaging anyone else. I was just like, stop. And so when I send them this big paragraph, it's like, you were sound before, what changed? I'm like, I'm taking the piss, you dope.
Yeah.
Oh. Like, I say to them, if you knew anything about me, you'd have never, ever sent me a message, ever. Like, but serious, like, not even to be a dickhead, but
no,
it's like,
lad, you're speaking about this, like, you're taking advantage of this poor soul, lad.
yeah.
He's messaged you.
Yeah, no.
Trying to convince you to let him
come
round to yours and rub your feet.
But it goes back into
I know you're trying to be nice, but he's a fucking creepy weirdo, lad. Imagine if it's only funny because he's doing it to you. Like,
if it was me bird or
lad,
something.
exactly what you were saying before. Like, this happens to birds all the time, lad. All the fucking time. Or literally every day, probably.
But it's someone you know.
I know, that's what makes it hilarious. That's what
true.
makes it so funny, lad.
It's true.
It's his own fault for doing it when he's shat where he's eating, lad. And this is what happens when you shit where you eat.
It's just like, I'm saying, you surely know it's fucked up. And it's just like, why? What's wrong with me giving you a foot massage, though? Are you taking the piss, lad? It's the same as if anyone else did it, you'd still find it relaxing. Get a bed, lad. Okay, but do you believe what I'm saying? What are you saying? You'd still find it the same as if anyone else did it. It'd still be relaxing. So at that point, that's when I'm like, oh my God. Like, no, as in like, this person is like actually trying to like, I don't want to say force themselves because it makes me sound fucking submissive, but they're like trying to be like, yeah, but what's the difference and all shit like that. That's why, like, if that person's watching, just stop it. Just stop.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
knock it on the head.
It's just not going to go anywhere. this is what
you
happens.
You don't come out of it looking good. You come out
Yeah.
of it looking like a sex offender. So
I know
pack it in.
this is also what happens because any normal person
Would it, yeah?
no
Would back
yeah,
it if they saw
thank
you.
you. The only reason why I was saying that is because I was saying that to me bed, not like I'm gonna fucking batter them, but I'm like, that's the feelings that it invokes in you. Is the fact, like, that's why it's. I don't want to like sound like I'm taking advantage of fucking girls and what stuff's happened to them in the past, but it does. Like, it makes you feel like, because that shit does happen to girls. Do you get what I mean?
Well,
so
worse.
no, but is it exactly?
Worse.
So like feeling like that fucking shit happening to girls. Imagine that going in your life. So I'm like, someone's actually trying to like force themselves into this thing. Like, let's do this situation. What the fuck? Like, you be getting your head punched in. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's on sight. But just knock it on the head. Like, this is the harsh reality of what happens when you do something stupid like that. They're obviously gonna. In my situation, I've got a platform, and I'm obviously not gonna have.
Some people wouldn't be as nice to not expose your identity as well.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Because I could literally tell every bloody sod under the sun what your name is, mate. I'm only messing, but just
unless
stop
you
it.
send £100.
Yeah, we can get something from this. But yeah, it's just one of them funny stories. It can't not happen to me, and I've got a podcast, and I can't not tell the people who are dedicated to listening to this one of the most funniest fucked up stories that's possibly ever happened to me, because it's so minute, but it's the fact that it is someone that you know, and you're like, oh nice my god,
this time
strike
you
two
do it again.
Strike two, oh my god.
We'll come to your house on live like the non-stinkers do. You could do your own, it's your dream. It's what you've always wanted. Consider it a warning.
Can we go back and cut everything out this live stream so we can just do that? Oh my god. Wet dream now, Jesus Christ. But yeah, has anything ever happened like that to you guys? Have you ever felt violated on your own phone, man? Someone's trying to get off at your feet. I'll give you a freebie. Right, here we go. Don't have to pay for this one.
Oh, get your feet away from me head, lad.
It's a free one, lad, for them.
Yeah, but what if he's watching
That's all it was?
No, he's gonna be furious and one offer to the live stream.
At least you're sat there going... Just, it's a thumb over the head job. What else happens? What else is a thumb over the head job? Phony polls, I think.
Yeah, another rigged vote. Nah, Trump's out though. Trump's out.
I'm just
there
glad...
is some justice in the world.
Shut up, I'm just glad I didn't make a 50 to £1 bet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a fucking special on. Was it William Hill?
Might have been.
William Hill had a special on. And it was
I don't bet, by the way, people.
Trump to win 50 to 1. And Charlie put it in the group chat and he was like, is this a good bet? And I was like, no. Read the small print. The small print said max stake £1. And the £50 was to be paid in 10 £5 free bets.
I was literally thinking about fucking taking a loan out the bank and sticking it all on.
And you'd have lost it all. That's why you don't bet.
By the way, if I'd have listened to these fat knobheads, I'd have been money down. Yeah. So don't fucking, I'd lost it all.
I can't deny that.
So going on to the presidential elect, I know it might be quite controversial what I'm going to be saying, and I don't mean to, I'm not going to be stepping on eggshells, but I'm also not going to try and offend people. But what I'm basically going to say is flat out right, how could anyone not want that man to be president of the United States Trump. For 4 more years?
No, lad.
He's the funniest fella of all time. It
stops being a joke when
it's not your country.
When
it's not our country.
I know, but when real people's lives are getting ruined because of it, lad.
It's not our country.
I know, but
we've
still
got our
doesn't
own
make
problems.
It right.
I know, but like,
lad, we've got Boris, lad.
Yeah. That's why it's fucking, at least we get us some comically bad.
That's not the point though. This is why you pretend to be a nice guy, but you're not.
Shut up.
You're not.
I'm just here for the laughs and the gaffs. Throwback to last year.
Fuck Trump. I'm glad he's gone.
No.
I respect him for taking a stunner, and that's all I respect him for.
Don't get me wrong, everything what I've just said is purely based on everything that he just might have said, and nothing's political. It's just, I find him hilarious, and I'm sorry. It's like, I know people like retch at the sight of him, but like when I see like them stupid little gifs of him just like reacting to stuff, I'm like, you have to sit there and think and go, wow, this man was the United States of America president.
Lad, you got it.
It's
like
mental.
You're just ignoring all the fucking bad shit that he's done, lad. Just because he's
what bad shit has he done?
Lad, he's a blatant sex offender, lad.
I thought you were going to say racist, but go on.
He's tight with Weinstein. He was boys with, not Weinstein, what's his name? Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein. He was proper close with him. Covered it all up, obviously, but he was. It's a known fact. If you think he was going to his island, lad, and he weren't doing the same shit that he's gone to
Was he on
for,
the list?
Who?
Trump, was he on the list of gone the island?
There's no, like, I don't know if there's records. I haven't looked into it enough.
You can't be calling people sex offenders, especially the president of the United States.
There's pictures of them all together, like all the people who've, like that woman as well, who's went on the run and she's
so if it comes out that you're a nonce, does that mean I'm a nonce because I've had pictures with you?
No, but when yous have all been in the same places at the same time and hang around in the same circles, lads, the chances are that he either knew it was going on and ignored it, which is bad, or even worse than that, did it himself. And his track record isn't fucking the greatest, is it? Let's be honest, he's a known fucking pervert, lad.
So are you?
I'm not though. I'm not though.
This podcast has exposed you.
No, there's a difference between what we talk about and being an actual sexual predator who like gropes women and shit like that. Lad, I've never groped a woman in my life.
Have you ever messaged a girl for foot massages?
No, I haven't, if I'm honest.
Never?
No, never.
First time?
Yeah, never. But yeah, it's all fun and games until he becomes the president of the United States, and then it's like, come on, we need to take this seriously now, because now they've got rid of him, lads. If they can get rid of him, we can surely, to God, get rid of this fucking buffoon,
but
lad.
There's not that much of a fucking, in America, there's not that much of a divide of what people think of him. Like, Joe, the way that we think, so many people fucking hate Boris Johnson. Evidently, they don't.
Yeah, I know, but this is what I'm saying. If they can get rid of him, lad,
they won't wake up to it though. Like, they'd rather die on the fucking hill than fucking like let someone else do it. Do you get what I mean? It's
free Jeremy Corbyn. Also,
it is literally like teams. Like they're not even asked. They just don't want the other team to win. Do you get what I mean?
Though.
But I know it
Have
is.
you seen what's
That's
happened to
why I don't
Jeremy
like
Corbyn?
it no more. Didn't he go to? Oh no, he got demoted.
Suspended him from the party, yeah.
Because he can't run again anyway.
No, but they suspended him from the party, so he's not an MP no more.
Forever.
Lad, he's suspended.
Yeah, no, suspended means you're coming back, doesn't it?
Only if they don't fucking sack him after the investigation, which they probably will. They want him out, lad. It's a conspiracy against the only fella who's actually wanted to sort the people out. And
you've defo met.
The people were stupid enough to believe the fucking lies that were getting peddled about him, and everyone who voted for Boris Johnson over Jeremy Corbyn needs to take a fucking good hard look at themselves in the mirror. You shouldn't.
There is people out there.
You shouldn't be able to sleep at night.
That's probably the only silver lining about fucking Corona. You know, like it might expose fucking...
That's what I said. Is if anything good comes from it, that it's exposed that he's a fucking useless bastard, which we should have all known anyway. How people didn't think that, and how can you put him in charge of the biggest thing that's ever happened in the country? No, I know,
but I was having this argument with my dad, and obviously my dad hates Boris, and my dad hates Trump, for what I'm about to say. Like, he's like fucking a big, like, get Trump out of there, and I'm having the same argument with him. Like, he's fucking hilarious. And he's like, I said that about him, like, we're just as bad, we've got Boris, but he's like saying Boris is an actual politician now.
Lad, Had a telly programme, lad.
I know. Like,
And they voted him in as the president, lad.
But doesn't that just show you that like something like that can happen over there? Is in like there's a fucking large like minority, not minority, it's a small majority of people who will just be like, yeah, they can get the vote, lad. That like these people in our country are so dead set on, they'll just know it's this team, and it doesn't even matter how bad the person is, they're not getting it.
Yeah, no, but that, like, for the good of the fucking country now, just vote for the good side. Like,
but they won't.
I feel like
that's why I don't like having the argument.
There's a clear good versus evil. Like, I genuinely believe that.
But they probably think that on the other side. Do you think
understand.
They're genuinely evil people? They're just fucking where they're fucking brought up.
They believe the lies, lad.
Fucking shit me down.
I'm just being shot in the head by the sounds of it.
I thought a ghost coming through the door.
I flapped it then.
Same, I jumped.
Shit me pants. Fucking hell.
Oh my god.
Anyway, what was we talking about?
I don't know, scared straight.
Scared the thought straight out me brain.
Oh my god, speaking of
fuck
shit.
Trump, fuck Boris, free Jeremy Corbyn.
I just want to, before we stop speaking about Trump, just list off some of the funny things he did. Tweeted that someone has a shithole country. Hilarious. Tweeted himself on Rocky's body as Rocky, but with his head. Hilarious. On the day to go and vote for him, video of him dancing to the YMCA. Hilarious. I won this election by a lot. Hilarious. Stop the count. Hilarious.
Yeah, but it's not hilarious when people are stupid enough to believe it, lad, and it's throwing the whole election into disrepute because all his followers are fucking toothless simpletons, lad. It's literally what they are.
Are they though?
Yeah. Lad, have you never watched them videos of
but lad,
people
you
like that
surely,
Trump rallies, lad?
I know they say daft shit, lad. I know, but you've got to at least.
I understand that the footage is doctored, lad.
They're going in to
but
get that shit to be said.
But the shit's there. That's why they're going there, because that's where you find that shit, lad.
I get it. I'm just them types of videos don't appeal.
Islamic ray guns. Yeah. It's exactly like that.
They don't
Idiots.
say stupid shit like that. That just reminds me of fucking now going back to COVID with like the anti-maskers. I know we've come on this podcast and like said about anti-mask and stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Not anti-mask.
No, I know. But I like to think we've just both expressed what both of our things are, what we want to come from the situation, as in like you can do whatever you think's best for you in your situation. I hate the fact that it's like mask versus anti-mask. Do you get what I mean? As in like, and then people actually have arguments over it. It's just like if you see someone not wearing a face mask, you can just think in your head they're the prick.
Mind your own business. That's all it is. Mind your own business. If you want to wear it, wear it. If you don't, and just let people do what they want to do.
But going on to the anti-maskers, like some of these things that they've been doing, just like it's funny because they think getting together and like just going through a street shouting stuff like
freedom.
Yeah, that is a funny one, because what freedom actually have they took though? Like, let's be honest. Like,
the freedom to not want to wear a mask, it's ridiculous. It's stupid, lads. And I hope they realise it once it's all been and gone. I hope they look back and think, how stupid was that?
But this is going back to fucking that political debate. That's the way people are programmed now, and I'm not like, as in like everything is about fucking being on a side and dying on the hill with it. It's winners and losers.
Though, lad.
I know, but it's a nightmare.
That's cause of fucking Brexit, lad. Brexit started that. Brexit was like the
ultimate winners versus losers.
It was the one that forced everyone to pick a side. It's the most divisive issue there's ever been in our country, like in our lifetimes, and probably definitely in a lot of people's lifetimes. Like, it was in the news. It's been in the news for 6 years, lad.
Is that how long it's been?
2016, so 4 years. 4 years, lad. It's been like the vote. I'm sure the vote was in 2016.
And it's we are in Europe now, yeah.
Don't know. I don't even know, lad. I honestly don't.
We're getting
I
new
could
deals,
not tell
I
you
think.
the answer. I just know I voted to remain and lost. I've never won an election.
Same.
Grim.
Same.
But we've got the next one in the bag. Vote the Green Party.
Should we start a political campaign? Do you reckon people will get behind us?
Vote for what's cooking.
Cookin.
A vote for what's cooking. It's
But-
a vote for 3 foot rubs.
And we'll get weed legalised on the NHS for such chronic diseases as itchy scrot.
What a film that is. The goat.
We do love a good Ali G, don't we? Fair Son's getting called that for me. Going on to a few wrap-up stuff. The last thing that we've got is Johnny Depp being a wife beater. Thoughts on it and why?
Oh, it's annoying, you know, because, like...
People are actually asked.
It's a known fact that he didn't do it, though, lad, and, like...
Are you dying on the hill with them?
I'm not dying on the hill. It's
Are you signing petitions?
No. But I do think it's yet another instance of double standards.
It probably is. I've just seen all the headlines.
Because he got, like... It's a known fact
it was from
that
the
he
Sun,
got
wasn't
abused. He got all, like, letters from his ex-partners saying that he never did nothing like that, and he's been the one who's been forced to resign from his role, and she's still in films and, like, shit like that. Like, isn't she in Aquaman or something?
This is what I mean. All the headlines I've seen is so many people sign a petition, and that was going to be my point of, has anyone actually ever signed a petition
and known about anything that's come from it?
And something happened.
No,
that's what I mean.
It's false. That's why I don't bother with them.
Sign a petition to do this.
Like, that's where
look how many people are asked.
That's where you go to vent your frustration, and you think by signing that petition,
come on everyone,
that you're doing something, and then you stop talking about it and it goes away, and that's exactly what they want.
So, did you sign a petition to get Johnny Depp more money or whatever it was? I don't know if he's a wife beater or not. Wouldn't explicitly say.
Suggests no.
I'd never think
he's
no, but it's not even if I think.
He's a victim of domestic violence, but because it's a woman on a man, it's funny. But when it's a man on a woman, it's the worst thing.
No, but didn't he get branded a woman beater to say you battered her?
Yeah, lad, but that's not what happened. So
she battered him.
It was the Sun. The Sun put a headline saying that he was accused of battering.
When you say the Sun between a man and a woman, it sounds like their son.
No, like
the Sun.
The Sun newspaper.
He battered the Sun.
They put that he was the beater, and he stayed quiet about it.
BT.
But now he's suing them because he was the abused, not the abuser.
Well, do we have to tell you any more about the Sun? Like, is anyone in watching this ever?
I can't believe it's still a thing. I can't believe people still buy it. If you buy the Sun, you shouldn't sleep at night.
People are scared. Oh, no, I've just as we're about to go, I've fucking remembered all my corona-spiracy stuff. It's gonna raise a few. I don't want to separate everyone, but I have got a feeling after, like, it has all been and gone, that there's going to be a big divide with Liverpool, another divisive thing, everyone being on a side. But I feel like after that has been done, like, Liverpool and, like, the rest of the UK is in, you just got to listen to some straight facts about this. Don't want to give any of the 5Gs and anti-maskers any fucking fuel, but it is. So do you remember when all corona kicked off
in March,
at the very beginning?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, it's happening over there, and oh, Italy's proper bad and stuff, and we might be going into a lockdown. I don't know, actually, lockdown wasn't even a thing, yeah. They were talking about the English patients who had coronavirus in these abroad places.
And they put them on the Whittle.
They brought them over to Merseyside, where the first place that the army has come into to, like, rapidly stop, like, so what their plan is, if it works here, it'll work everywhere, sort of thing. Like, and where they test patients yet again for what might happen. That's just what I want to leave it there. Do you know, if you transport the people who've already got coronavirus, and then now we get placed into all the bad restrictions and shit, what did you actually think was going to happen? That's what all I'm thinking about fucking Liverpool's why is our city actually
the one?
Yeah, why did we actually get punished? Seriously?
It's because apparently we've got the highest rate.
No, but no fucking shit we have. If fucking that was the case. Yeah,
that's not why though.
No, I know. It's
it went back. It went back up because there was more tests. Whether people want to argue it or not,
no,
there was well more tests getting done because they were more readily available, and one of the reasons that they could be doing it in Liverpool is that they want to show how many people have got it, so they've got an excuse to keep it locked down for longer, which is possible. I don't know if it's a fucking conspiracy or not, but I do know is that the people who are in charge of it, I don't trust them. So I'm well within my rights to be questionable of anything that on the face of it looks like they're trying to do good, because their track record is not good. They've consistently tried to detriment Liverpool since the 70s, since Thatcher, all the way through with Hillsborough and everything. And if you've seen what Boris Johnson said about Hillsborough, then you know exactly what he thinks about Liverpool. And if you think he'd do anything, that'd be in Liverpool's favour out the goodness of his heart, you're sadly mistaken, because he's from the same cloth as all of them.
How upsetting is that everything what we're saying is the fact that we wouldn't live anywhere else, but the part of the place that we come from is looked and viewed at by the whole of the rest of everyone else. It's you horrible bastards.
The other side.
That's all it feels like. Going back to the long topic that I kept on saying, it's just us versus them. It's always just that, and it's a horrible...
But that's why we have to stop fighting with each other.
Just come together, man.
And remember that we stand for something bigger than mask or no mask. We stand for the city of Liverpool as proud Scousers. And we got to remember that we're stronger together than we are apart. So stop arguing. If you can disagree with someone, obviously, I disagree with Charlie that Liverpool are the best team in the world, but that doesn't mean that you have to be at each other's throats. You can respectfully disagree and focus your energies on the bigger problems.
Stuff that actually matters.
Yeah, exactly.
And it doesn't even have to be political stuff, just even about fucking being
Wales
nice
hunger,
to each other. Just
kids starving, Marcus Rashford's initiative.
And how can people argue about not giving that? It's just
that's the thing. There's a legitimate divisive subject in our country at the minute, and it is food. Should kids get enough food, or should they not, because it's the parents' fault, and the parents have got them. The parents should know not to spend all the money on ciggies and
what everyone says on Twitter's tellies and
so to make your point, are you happy to make your point that kids are starving so you can be right? Is it worth it? It's not. No, it's not worth it. So you don't know what you're talking about, so shut up and focus your energies on the real issues at hand that we've got in the country. Number one being getting these motherfuckers out of number 10 Downing Street. Just bulldoze the gaff and do Buckingham Palace while you're there.
And on a side note, get What's Cooking to 1,000 subscribers, but that's just a given anyway, isn't it, everyone? But yeah, that was a quite emotional response to COVID for everyone who's just, how are you feeling about it? It's just a shit show, but it's funny, isn't it? You make whatever you want out of the situation, because it's just, unfortunately, I hate saying it, because everyone's saying it ages ago as well, but it is the new normal, and it's upsetting. I just want fans back at a bloody match.
Eventually, don't know how long it'll take. I'm not letting this one get me down.
No, never.
I'm just gonna...
How can you get down if you got the new Xbox and you're gonna be off
Exactly.
work? That's all's my... And it's cold outside, so there's no excuse of it's sunny out.
Yeah.
That's all it was last time. I was like, oh my god, everyone's like, let's do this. New Xbox, I will sit in for 6 months and get paid. But if you have enjoyed this show, you definitely should have, because it's been the best one in a long time. And not to say the other ones are bad, it's just it's been fucking jam-packed, hasn't it? But yeah, make sure you give us a big fat follow and obviously subscribe, as I said. Hit the bell so you see when we go live. We'll have some fun and exciting news for you soon. What's Cookin Nation? Follow us at What's Cookin Pod, at King Mouse, King MAU5. Hate the way I have to fucking say that. It's King Mouse, but I have to fucking spell it out like a dope because you can't fucking read
it's
the
almost
5
like
as an S.
you didn't pick your own name.
Shut up. Whatever it is, you know. Fuck off. See you in a bit. Hopefully we're not dead. Nah, and hopefully me feet are not vandalised and I haven't